Hey guys, welcome to another episode of our channel. Today we will discuss about the tracer techniques. So, firstly we have to know what are the tracers. Tracers are substances with atomic or nuclear, physical, chemical or biological properties that can help identify, observe or follow the behavior of various physical, chemical or biological processes. Now, what is tracer technique? It is a method by which we can know the location and quantity of an organic substance in a cell and when, where and how it will change within the cell precisely. Although there are several methods to perform tracer technique, they follow some common principle. Chemical properties and hence the name we give an element are determined by the number of extranuclear electrons. Chemical reactions are largely independent of the mass of the nucleus. The rays or particles emitted by unstable isotopes are electrons, positrons, alpha particles, beta particle, gamma rays, each with its own specific properties. The rate of decay of unstable isotopes is independent of temperature, pressure, etc., and of the chemical combination of the element. Thus, the half-life of C14 is 5570 years regardless of the conditions or the chemical form in which it is found. The isotope must be incorporated into the compound which you wish to study, usually into a specific position in the molecule. There must be a suitable detecting system for measuring the isotope concentrations under the condition of the experiment. For stable isotope, the maximum dilution tolerance is about 100-fold. For radioisotopes, dilution of approximately 1 lakh is permissible. Radioisotopes can be determined on material in the gaseous, liquid or solid state. By using radioactive isotope in pulse phase labeling or autoradiography, the tracer techniques are applied. What is pulse phase analysis or pulse phase labeling? It is a specialized form of metabolic labeling which employs radioactive amino acids for observing cellular events over time. The radioactive amino acids are added in the cells for a few minutes like pulse, washed away and then the cells are exposed to non-radioactive amino acids in excess. The cells are then taken for protein extraction. It is used for study of protein synthesis and processing, the examination of intracellular localization of nascent proteins over time and for the assessment of their secretion, translocation and degradation. Now, what is autoradiography? It records the distribution of radioactive materials in botanical and histological specimens placed in contact with a photographic emulsion. This technique has been applied to the study of metabolism of plants and animals. It records the activity of organic compounds of radioactive isotope introduced into the system of the plant or animal. Now we will discuss about the procedure of autoradiography technique. In the pointed picture, the cells are grown in a solution containing radioactive thymidine. The titrated thymidine is incorporated into the chromosomal DNA of the cell. The chromosomes are isolated by gently lysing these cells and fixing the chromosomes to a photographic surface. After that, the surface is then immersed in a radioactively sensitive emulsion containing silver bromide. The radiation released from the titrated thymidine converts Ag+ ions in the silver bromide into insoluble metal grains. Following a period of exposure, excess silver bromide is washed away, leaving the silver grains to appear as a small black dots. When the photographic film is developed, the chromosomal DNA can be visualized with an electron microscope. In the previous page, we heard about radioactive isotope and stable isotopes. What are they? Radioactive isotope, any of several species of the same chemical element with different masses whose nuclei are unstable and dissipate excess energy by spontaneously emitting radiation in the form of alpha, beta, and gamma rays. For example, hydrogen, the lightest element, has three isotopes which have mass number 1, 2, and 3. Only hydrogen 3 or tritium, however, is a radioactive isotope. The other two are stable. Stable isotopes are non-reactive forms of atoms. Although they do not emit radiation, their unique properties enable them to be used in a broad variety of applications. Example, N15 and O18. Now we will see use of some tracer elements. P32. Half-life of P32 is 14.3 days. Hershey and Chase used P32 with S35 and proved that DNA is the genetic material of creatures. It is used to label RBC to determine its volume. It is used to destroy abnormal erythropoietic cell of patient with polycythemia. It is used to label malignant cell and helps to locate the site of tumor in body. It is used to observe the function of enzyme like protein kinase. C14. It is a radioisotope of carbon. Half-life of C14 is 5570 years. Radiocarbon dating. It is a method of age determination of fossil or dead organisms that depends upon the decay to nitrogen of radiocarbon present in the subject. Melvin, Kelvin, and Benson used carbon dioxide and proved that phosphoglyceric acid is the first stable compound produced from photosynthesis in C3 plant. It is used to know the biochemical reactions which occurs in Krebs cycle. It is used to observe the absorption of sugar amino acid in gut. O18. It is non-radioactive isotope of oxygen. The oxygen produced during photosynthesis comes from water molecule, not from carbon dioxide. It is proved by using O18. The steps of biochemical reactions of photorespiration is understood by using O18. H3 or tritium. It is radioisotope of hydrogen. Half-life of H3 is 12.5 years. Detection of synthesis of macromolecules such as DNA or RNA is the main function of these. It is used in autoradiography. In this video, we discussed that what is tracer element, what are the tracer techniques, pulse phase leveling, autoradiography, procedure of autoradiography, uses of radioactive and non-radioactive isotopes. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share with your friends and subscribe our channel. Thank you.